Hello and welcome back to the Honest Lab Horror Show, the show that we bring to you each and every Friday night. Why we do this on a Friday night? Cause Friday night is horror night.
Hello and welcome back to the show, folks. As you can see, another guest this week. Well, technically I have two guests, but you can only see one of them because one is in hiding. These are a pair of filmmakers that sent me a new film to watch called New Fear's Eve, shortly after New Year's when I got it. But here we are. We got to watch it. This is the writer, director, and producer, Mr. PJ Starks. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Welcome to the show. That shirt is off the charts good.
Thank you. I can't take the credit for it. I'll give the credit to Eric. Eric got this for me as a gift. So I do love the film.
That's a good gift.
Oh, it is. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Right. And then the man hidden behind the camera is the co-director and producer with the best cameo in the film and the face that runs the place, Mr. Eric Huskisson. How are you, sir?
Good. And you got my name just perfect.
Told you I'd get it right.
Most people just hack it apart. And sorry my video's not working. I promise next time I'll have it. I don't know what's going on, but we'll go past that. But thanks for having us on.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know we had to reschedule a couple of times, but sure, look, here we are. We got it done.
Sorry you're having to do it so late.
Out, in order to get Eric's last name right, you just have to have a cool accent.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got the best one you're going to get, so...
It sounded pretty good. It sounded pretty good with your accent, too, I must say.
Real quick, before we get started, I do have a question for you. Do you consider us having an accent, or do you consider the American accent a lack of accent?
No, I'd say you have an accent because it varies from place to place in the States.
Okay, that's fair.
We probably, to you, maybe have a little bit of the Southern draw, a little bit of hi, how you doing?
You do more so, Eric, than PJ for me, I would say.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank God.
There's definitely a switch between, say, the New York accent to a Texas accent.
Oh yeah.
But then again, the same as for Ireland. Ireland's only, you can drive from the top of Ireland to the bottom of Ireland in, say, 6 hours, and the accents the whole way down change drastically every 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
So do you all have a hard time like understanding one another because the accents change so much?
If you go to Cork or somewhere, you can struggle. Yeah.
That's fun.
It'd be like the equivalent to you is going to people in the bayou or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. But as I said, lads, yous made a film called New Fear's Eve that you were very kindly sent me to watch. I had a lot of fun watching this one.
Awesome.
I'm glad because when we go across the water, sometimes things aren't taken as well here as they are there when it comes to either the blood and guts or, So I'm glad to hear
the comedic sensibility,
comedy as well. Yeah,
can be. But then again, you enjoy the American Pie movies, and that's the scene in The Office with the lotion is what I call it, the American Pie scene. So yeah, I mean it's right up your alley. So maybe there's not too many differences.
I would prefer the American comedy than I would, say, British comedy.
Oh, yeah.
I've watched the British Office.
I would prefer the American Office than the English Office.
Exactly that's what I was, the comparison. I've tried to watch the British Office and I could not get into it, but I love our version.
I've heard that a lot from people.
Yeah, I don't like Ricky Gervais. I know he had a big part in the American one as well, but I don't like him as an actor. I don't like his comedy really. So,
oh, really? Now, I do think he's a funny comedian.
I agree. I do
his
too.
stuff on the Golden, like his time on the Golden Globes, the jokes he told on that, I thought was pretty funny.
Fair. I never watched him, so but for
Yeah,
me,
that's
yeah, I'm not.
to me that's some of his best work
Yeah, I'll
that
give you
I've
that.
seen.
His stand-up stuff.
The Golden Globes when he hosts. I
Oh, okay.
mean, it's so natural. You can't even when he's being kind of mean. It's like you can't help but laugh, knowing he's getting away with what he's saying, but he does it with such style. I mean, he was really good
Yeah,
at it. I'm sorry he left because he really just said there's nothing more he could do. He's pretty much made fun of everybody in Hollywood. So he's like, I don't know where to go from there. So yeah,
I mean, you could go and insult Will Smith's wife again and see if that works for him.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Maybe,
and I
maybe
think
I,
yeah,
maybe I
I'd
should
pay to
host
see
it.
that.
So,
Well, and I think he rubs some people the wrong way because he is a pretty pronounced atheist, and I think that might rub some people the wrong way. So, but
that's
um,
that stuff
so,
doesn't bother me.
huh?
That
Do
stuff
what?
doesn't bother me.
Oh
He
yeah.
could be
Well, I mean,
he could be a Jew.
right,
He could
right.
be. I couldn't care less. If you
Well, I'm
go to a
talking.
comedian, everything gets left at the door.
Yeah, I'm talking about being here in
Right.
America, as we
Oh,
what we
okay.
call we have our Bible Belt through here, and I think, and he doesn't hide from it or shy away from it, and yeah, so I think that might have hurt him somewhat in the States, but that's my opinion.
Look, each to their own. And I think if you have a comedian, everything's good to go at the door. Do you know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 100%.
yeah. That's our sense of humor, and
Yeah.
I think
Well, we
a
are.
lot of that shows with the movie. I mean, there were more risque jokes, and there were a few things that got taken out in some of the drafts, and then there were a couple ad lib jokes on set that did not make the cut that were funny, but it was probably a bit too extreme
Yeah.
Get the
for
behind
what
the
we were
scenes,
trying to achieve.
the lead the scenes up.
Yeah,
Yeah. We are definitely not PC and don't plan on being.
yeah.
And every power to you because that's the right way to be. Because
I think a lot of that too stems from just social media. So social media, in my opinion, is like the real issue because it gives
Yeah.
people who don't need a platform, and then they appear to speak for the majority, but they're really only speaking for the minority. And
Right.
it's kind of like typically when somebody loves a film, they're going to go tell people, right? Um, but it's the people who are angry all the time. They're the ones who take to the internet to scream into the void
Hmm.
because they've got nobody else to talk to most of the time.
no,
So
I
that's
get
why,
that.
like, you'll
I
find
get that
more
on the film form.
angry. Do what?
I get that on the film forms all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, so like Bloody Disgusting. I love the site, but with Bloody Disgusting, their message threads, I've never seen so many self-proclaimed horror fans who hate horror so much.
I get
Yeah.
that. You see that quite a bit. Yeah, I don't tend to go on to the bigger ones. I like going on to say the smaller ones where people are putting up, oh, I watched this movie or I watched your thing, and when you go through and people put up movies and you might never have seen them, so you go and watch them. But like I don't hide away from the fact that I absolutely despise Jordan Peele's movies. Like I hate. Love is comedy.
Who?
Jordan
Who?
Peele.
Oh,
Uh, like his three movies are absolute junk. Get
I
Out.
like,
Oh,
I did like, I really liked Us.
oh no, I like this whole thing of him being the messiah of horror is a joke. Like people saying,
Yeah,
oh,
I
it's
don't
all
know if I
original
agree with
films.
that.
All
Um,
original, all original films. My left one. He took for Get Out. It was like it was the Stepford Wives with a bit of horror thrown in there. For us, it was basically Mirrors slightly changing the story
Right.
to thing, and then Nope. I'm not even sure what Nope was. 150 million quid of wasted money. But like, I can't stand his movies, right? But as soon as that
Well, see,
debate
but
comes on, and I say I don't like it, I'm racist.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I
see,
wouldn't
and
go
then
that well.
that's why I like you're being honest too, because it's you never said anything about him. You're just saying you don't like his movies, but people are going to take that and they're going to
Yep.
attach that to him as the person, and then make
Yep.
you something that you're not. Do you like
Oh yeah.
his comedy? Do you like his comedy?
Yeah, I thought Key and Peele was brilliant.
Huh?
And Key and Peele was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Oh yeah. See, so but still, with you saying that you like their comedy, nobody will hold on to that. They're going to hold on to the negativity that you said and make you out to be a bad guy. And that's the world we live in. But PJ and I are at the point when we make a movie. I mean, in my opinion, and I know PJ go along with me, we're going to make fun of everybody. If
Absolutely.
there's an
Why not?
opportunity, we're not going to pick a gender or a sexuality or a religion. It's just whatever fits that time. We're going to make fun of it, and it doesn't matter. We're not there to upset that group of people or anything. We're just doing it to be funny, just like a comedian would be.
Right.
Yeah, but if that's the case, you're going to watch a movie, right? And that's all it
Right,
is. It's not.
right,
It's not a
exactly.
point of view. It's not a
Right,
fucking a political statement. It's a movie.
right,
It ends after 90 minutes. It ends after 2 hours,
right.
and that's it. If you don't like it, you move on. There's no
Yeah.
hidden agenda behind it. Well,
Yeah,
I
right.
think there is.
I don't know if you know who Mark Normand is. He's a comedian.
No.
Um, he and Joe List have a podcast together called Tuesdays with Stories. It's a great podcast, but they're both comedians, and I love them both. And there are a sense of humor. I think you would enjoy them. But um, Mark, they they get in trouble all the time because they use the word like retarded and stuff like that when they make jokes. But it's kind of the
Oh, I
same
do. I
thing.
do know who they are.
Well,
I've heard. I've heard that podcast.
okay. But the other day, Mark said something that I fully agree with. And he said, we just need to get back to a time or the time when everybody realized that you didn't mean what you said. Like you were saying something just to be funny because it is funny, but there was nothing deeper than that. It wasn't
Yeah.
like you weren't using certain words because you were specifically going or trying to hold a certain type of person under your thumb. Like it was like you were some words that are bad are
Right,
still funny. They're still funny, regardless
right.
of how you play it. If there's malice in your heart and you're, somebody who is legitimately racist, who hates people for the color of their skin and that's it, those are pieces of shit. But if you
Hmm.
make a black joke and you're just trying to be funny and it is
Right.
funny, or you dislike something, but just because you dislike something, but it's just like for reasons that have nothing to do with the color of that person's skin, doesn't make you racist. Like,
Yeah.
I could not wait to see the Barbie movie. Like, when I
I,
saw the trailer, so when I saw the trailer for the Barbie movie, I was like, that looks awesome. Then I watched the movie and it was a train wreck. They didn't know they didn't know how to tell a story. They didn't know flow or tone or characterization, none of that. And then they couldn't pick a lane and stick with it. Like at the beginning of the movie, men were bad. Or it was, or I guess it was more like really the beginning of the movie was more of just kind of a straightforward comedy. Then suddenly the tone shifts and it's men are bad and the patriarchy's always been there and men are the problem and men need to go and women empowerment and feminism and um and then towards the end of the movie suddenly there's this weird comedic shift where men were oh, the patriarchy is a good thing, and it's like it was showing you how men are bad, but it was doing it in a way that it was funny, and it wasn't. But it's like they didn't know how to portray it. And then by the end of the movie, they're like, well, actually, men aren't so bad, and women can be part of the problem. And so, anyway, long story short, like I took to social media and I made a post about breaking down why I did not enjoy the movie. And without fully, I'm assuming, reading what I wrote, every feministic, pro female, overly pro female girl, however you want to, whatever you want to call them, were like attacking me that I'm part of the problem. I'm the bad guy. I need to shut up. I don't
Well,
know
they're
what I'm
not wrong.
talking about. And I'm like, no, I just watched the movie. It was not a good movie.
It was not. Now, there's only one reason I watched that movie, and it
Do
wasn't
what?
to watch the movie. There was only one reason I watched the movie.
Margot Robbie.
It may or may not have been. I plead the fifth on that one.
I was gonna say, was it Ryan Gosling?
It could have been. I plead the fifth on that one too.
He's got some pretty hot abs.
Well,
Just gonna
see
throw that
here,
out there.
I don't know. Every
here's
time,
one
every
thing.
time I see Ryan Gosling, I think of Remember the Titans.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I love that movie.
yeah. It was just
Yeah,
on the other
it's one of my
night, and we watched it. But one thing that I've noticed that's happened here lately, there has been 3 or 4. All of a sudden, you're seeing a lot more or getting more famous physically challenged comedians, right? And they are getting up on stage and they are using um,
disability.
their situation as their comedy routine. And people are buying tickets. They're doing specials. They're making money. People are laughing. But if either one of the three of us got up on stage and made 1, 2, or 3 jokes out loud to the audience about somebody with a physical issue, we would be banned from, nobody would hire us. We would be blackballed on social media. And it's just getting so weird. Just,
I kind of feel like we're on the down slope of that, though. Like, I don't
yeah, a
think
little
it's
bit, but
I think it's better.
like 2 years ago, I would fully agree with you. I would say 100%. But I kind of feel
yeah.
like we're in a place where it's starting to get back to, you know,
Oh, yeah, I've seen
there's
a
still a
lot of
handful of
stuff.
people that, but as far as like people getting canceled for making jokes and things, I don't really see that happening as much anymore.
No,
Which is a good
no.
thing. You know, we got some really badly sidetracked in the middle of that.
Yes, all right, yeah, let's go.
I'm going to get us back on track here because I know we're on some kind of a time constraint, which is actually strange for me. But right, so tell us a little bit about New Fear's Eve, where it came from, how it came about, and we'll jump straight into it. Because what I'm gonna do is I will have you back on at some stage, and I'll go through. Maybe I'll do a solo one with each of you, and we can go through some of your own work. But obviously, this is for New Fear's Eve because it's relatively new. It's out. He's given me the opportunity. So tell us all about New Fear's Eve.
Well, I'll start with the film itself is about three best friends. They all work for the same company. You don't really know what the company makes, but it exists. And it's in the
Does it
days
though?
leading up to their mandatory New Year's Eve party. Of course, the three main characters, none of them want to be there. Well, even the supporting characters, nobody wants to be there, but they have to be. Unbeknownst to our leads, they are being stalked and hunted by a serial killer known as the Doctor, who is also equally being hunted by the police and FBI. And then, of course, they all go to the party, they get locked in, and chaos ensues. Now, the body count is huge. There's a lot of killing even leading up to the party. And it's just,
It's great.
you know, it's, it's got a lot to it. It's got blood and guts and dick and fart jokes, and well, maybe not farts, but it's definitely got dick jokes. And it's a fun time.
I will agree with that. There's a lot of killing in it. There's some really cool deaths in it as well. I won't go into too much. But along with just that, like you can touch on the cast. It's got a hell of a cast. Um, so that's where I actually seen it. Someone put it up that they got to watch it. Was it at a festival recently?
It was there. It did have a screening over in the UK at Horror on Seas.
No, it would have been in the States. Um,
Oh, the last. I mean, aside from Owensboro, the last public screening at a festival was in March of last year in
uh,
Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
no, this wouldn't have been too far from when I seen it. Um, maybe they seen it, or maybe you'd sent them a screen or something, but they put it up, and I was like, oh, and then I seen the cast, and I was like, I need to see this movie. And then, as I said to you when we were chatting, I was like, I put it on the list, and then I forget to go looking to who directed it or where I might be able to attach to find it. And then you actually reached out to me through email. And I was like, oh yeah, there it is. It's great.
Yeah,
And
it's
here we are.
currently not. It's not available overseas yet, but we are in the process of talking about international distribution. So we're hoping within the coming months it'll be available overseas.
Yeah, so see, that means I'm special. I got
That's right.
it. Everybody gives Greg stuff. Eric, where did you fit into the creation of New Year's Eve?
Well, it all started back basically with 13 Slaves. PJ was driving along and came up with the name New Fear's Eve. He really didn't have anything fleshed out. It popped in his head, and he comes on set and he goes, "Hey, man, I got to tell you about this idea I have about a new movie. It's called New Fear's Eve." And I'm like, "Will you shut the hell up? We got this movie. Can we just get this movie done before we start talking about another thing? I mean, just you're stressed out on set, and it's like, come on. So what
Never.
happened is when 13 Slaves came out, it was it had done better than the other ones we'd had, which we hoped and it did. And I went to PJ and I was like, hey man, with the traction this film's going, I hate to say it, but maybe we need to go back to your idea of New Year's Eve since this was a Christmas one. Maybe we need to go to New Year's Eve because it's a holiday and it'll just follow through. And so that's what we did. I do a lot of the business side, so I'm a producer and I did co-direct. Um, but I do a lot of all the banking and keeping up with copyrights and doing stuff like that and writing checks and for people with gas reimbursement. So, I mean, I did co-produce it, I did co-direct it. PJ and I wear many hats. Um, when I'm busy trying to figure out billing and stuff, he's trying to figure out editing. So, um, but that's about it. I mean, it's just when it comes to producing and directing, we kind of split, and then we kind of have our own things we do. But all the other stuff, we're the main two guys, so we're just making sure everything's getting done and taken care of. And he'll do one thing, I'll do another, and then I'll do one thing, he'll do another until everything gets taken care of, and we're where we're at right now.
Awesome. So like it's teamwork, it's dreamwork, and all that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is our fourth feature working together. So we've got a good flow with each other. We know what the other one's capable of. We know what's going on with each other, so we know what to not ask or do, and we just work well together. And we don't always read each other's minds, but I mean sometimes they'll joke, both pop in our heads at the same time, and we'll laugh. And sometimes it'll get used, sometimes it won't. We do a lot of our business work when we're traveling, going to cons and festivals and film previews. So we keep a notebook. We come up with jokes. We come up with ideas. Some of them get used, some of them don't. So, I mean, we collaborate well together with everything. But it's the producing side. We've done really well getting the right team of people, crew and actors together to get done what needs to be done.
Well, this one is definitely hit a hell of a job. So I have the cast up here in front of me. You've got former guest on the show and creator of Final Destination, Jeffrey Reddick, in this. Um, so I actually texted him while I was watching this, and he was like, "Yeah, that happened." I'm not going to
Yeah.
spoil what happens.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yes, that sure did."
Yeah.
He's a really good lad, Jeffrey.
He's a hell of a guy, man. Love Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a man! Like how you can put down that you've created Final Destination. I
Yeah.
mean, that's that's a what 2 billion franchise now, maybe
Yeah.
more. So hell of a job from
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Um, you've got a scary movie icon in Dave Sheridan, who's just hilarious in everything I've seen him in.
Yeah, he's
I don't think
fantastic. In
I
No
don't think
Fears
he gets enough credit as an actual actor rather than just a comedy character actor. He's a phenomenal actor.
Yeah. I
He's
mean,
Yeah.
he has a couple
very
of
good in
moments
this.
because, well, see, that's the thing too. A lot of the times, the roles that you see him in, they're I would say most often than not, they're real over the top,
Yeah,
or they're overly douchey. But like with this one, I mean, granted, he is a douche in this movie,
Yeah.
but at the same
he is.
time, there are, he does have some human moments, and a lot of the time, like his his character is not over the top. It's played down quite a bit. Now, like I said, he is an asshole, but I would say he's more of, if it's if Michael Scott was an asshole and not as stupid or inept, it would be Mr. Dugan.
I
So
mean,
that's kind of the role he plays
as long
with.
as Mr. Dugan doesn't come up with Dugan's kids or Scott's tots or
That's
something
I
like
would
that,
say that's going to be in the sequel, but he may or may not make it to the sequel if you haven't seen the film.
Yeah.
you'd have to check it out. But he's a big name in the film. That's all I'm gonna tell you. He's got to
Yeah.
make it to the end. You've got now this is a person I've been trying to get on for since we started getting guests in Hannah Fearman. I'm a big fan of hers. Um, hell of a director, hell of an actress.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I will get there eventually. I will climb the mountain.
Yeah,
Yeah. She's
she also is. See, that's the thing. Like all the name actors that we got in the movie, the whole purpose we got them specifically was because we knew that. I mean, yeah, that they have made names for themselves in the genre that they're most well known for. Like even Felissa, which you haven't mentioned yet, but like she's considered a horror icon. But more than that, she's a really strong actor.
oh yeah,
So
she's great.
she can carry a role. She can do dramatic role. So it's like, and granted, it it's not New Year's Eve because she's very stupid in New Year's Eve, um, but she plays it very well, very
Oh
convincingly.
yeah,
But there's other roles that she's been in that are more serious, and she's done fantastic in those roles. But it's the same thing with Hannah. Like Hannah is really, I say solid. Jeffrey keeps telling me to stop saying solid, but like she is, like she comes in and she gets the job done, and she's very believable and very natural. So much so that as the weekend, because we only film on the weekends, and leading up to the weekend that Hannah was coming in, I got with Eric and I was like, we're underutilizing Hannah. So I wrote a couple extra bits to put her more in the film, because that was another thing that we didn't want to do. Is like, I hate more than anything when you, like, I'll use Robert Englund as an example. You see a movie and Robert Englund gets top billing, but then you watch the film and he's in it for about 60 seconds. Nothing annoys me more. And I get it. I get that you couldn't afford to have him in the whole movie, but give him something more to do than just show up. You can shoot a lot even in a day. You could shoot multiple scenes if you're smart about it that play out to the entire film and make him a larger part of the movie. You can do that.
what was
Um,
it? was it Wishmaster that they brought Ted Raimi in and they killed him off in like 12 seconds. He
Yeah,
gets smushed by the
yeah,
box,
yeah.
and then
Now
Robert
sometimes
was
I
in it.
like if it's done purposely, kind of like what they did in Scream with Drew Barrymore at the beginning of the film, like
That
that.
nobody's seen coming.
Right, it's like that I get. But if you give somebody top billing and or their picture is on, which I know it's from a marketing standpoint, but like that was why our film was like when I wrote it, I structured it in such a way that even though we had all these actors for only a single weekend, to me, we needed to utilize them as much as we humanly possibly could, and the best way of doing that was keeping them in the movie for as long as we could, for where it made sense. And that's the thing about Hannah. Like Hannah's at the beginning of the movie, she's at the end of the film. Felissa and Dave are through a majority of the beginning of the movie. I won't say why they're not in the end, but um, so that was another reason why that was done that way, because it's like, we got them for their abilities because they're all great actors. And then there's Jeffrey. And then I'm kidding. Jeffrey does a great job too. But then also it's like we were able to have them in more than just one scene where they're just, hit it and quit it, and that's all of them that you get.
And then obviously, like I was going through the cast there, Hannah's brilliant. I said, get a guest that I'd love to get on the show, and I will get there eventually. But then you said the icon herself, Felissa,
Yeah.
also another guest that I'd like to get on the show at some stage. It will happen. I'm telling you, I'm putting it out to the universe. It's gonna happen. Um,
I'll send some text
so
messages.
we've lost Eric. He's been having issues all evening.
Yeah.
So if he comes
But
back, he comes back. If not, we'll
no real
carry
loss.
on. No, you can't have the face that runs the place here.
I
That's not
know,
nice.
I know. No, in all seriousness, I mean, Eric was integral part in making the movie. It's not just me. I know he joked about me being the face and everything, and I am by proxy of just having done this more or longer, because I've been doing it quite a bit longer than he has. So a lot of the connections and things, I'm the one who has those. But um, no, he's super important, and he's at least 50% of the company. So.
Um, yeah, I love that you waited for him to go before you put out the nice words. Now, what if he
That's how
gets
I.
back?
That's how I
If he gets
roll.
back before this ends, I'll turn it on and be like, "Yeah, he's a dickhead."
Yeah, I'll talk about how big of a piece of shit he is as soon as he comes back.
And then just one other name that pops out. It's a man that seems to be in every indie film ever made, ever, in Rudy Ledbetter. What a man! He's
Yeah,
in every indie film I've watched over the last 2 years.
yeah. I mean,
Good God,
obviously
that man must be busy.
he got involved with New Year's Eve through the campaign, but and unfortunately he wasn't able to be on set. Now his pictures in the movie in Mr. Dugan's office scene, you can see Rudy in there. And he has a voiceover in the film. He does a great job. And I've talked to him a couple of times on through social media. But you're not wrong. I mean, like that guy has been in everything or a
Everywhere.
part of everything in some capacity.
No,
So,
we've got to be quiet. The dickhead is back.
oh, is he okay? I need to. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, it tells you everything you need to know when even his own camera won't work for him.
he's not the face that runs the place, is what you're saying.
Uh, he to some
Oh,
degree
I
runs the
resign. I
place.
resigned my position. I resigned my position this past weekend.
Yeah,
I'm no
and by
longer with
and
the
by
company.
position he means doggy style.
That's right.
Right, I know I don't want to keep it too long because I know you have other ones to do in promotion of the film. But as I said, I'm not going to give out too much information because the film's relatively new. I don't want to spoil it for people and then them not watch it, which would ultimately
Right.
be a disaster. We'll say the doctor the mask is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Love the
So
design. I love that old gothic um, diseased mask.
the plague doctor.
That's the one. Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
think of the right word. The diseased mask. That didn't sound right. The acting in it brilliant. The camera work brilliant. The effects very good. Um, yeah, I all around enjoyed it.
That's
I'm so
awesome.
glad we ended. I'm so glad we ended up lighting the eyes on the mask.
Oh,
That wasn't.
you changed the
Huh?
mask.
No. I don't think it was. PJ wasn't the original. I did. I have lights in the eyes. Was it? That's something that came during the
No.
process, wasn't it?
The eyes. No, the eyes were supposed to glow red.
Right.
Originally, the
Yeah,
idea was that
that's
the
what it.
whole
That's what it
eye
is.
was going to glow. But what happened was is that when Sean Cowan, who's a mask maker, he's the one out of Kentucky, so he made the actual mask.
Mm-hmm.
That was designed by BJ Emick. And so yeah, so what happened was is when he was putting lights in the eyes, he used that neon strip or whatever, and it didn't light up the whole eye like it was intended to. But when we went and had him try on when we had Jesse try the mask on, we recorded it. And I was actually, it's funny because I was watching the video the other, because I'm putting the special features together right now, and I went through my phone and I downloaded all the stuff from pre-production and all that. And one of those was the video when we went over to Sean's parents' house, because he was in town, and had Jesse try on the mask for the first time. And you hear me in real time going, Eric, come on, look at this. Look at how cool the eyes look on camera because of the way, because just the fact that
The
the outer
ring.
edges
Yeah.
are lit up. And so it ended up kind of being a happy accident, and we stuck with that versus trying to get him just to light the whole eye up. But the
Well,
eyes.
part of it too was when we lit up the whole eye, you could see Jesse's face. You could see his eyes. Remember? Didn't we try? He put
Well,
another light in there, and
no,
we could see.
we never actually had any like
I thought we
it,
tried that
it was
because we could see Jesse, and that wasn't going to work. That's what I remember.
no. Yeah, no, we never had the eyes fully lit up. Because the first time the eyes were ever lit up and we saw it with Jesse having the mask on was when we went over to Sean's parents' house. So, no, I mean
I enjoyed. That was a great day.
Yeah.
yeah, there are a couple of times where if you look real careful in the movie on a couple of shots where you can see the eyes through the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if anything, it doesn't bother me because it's like there's a person in there. And I
Yeah.
think to some degree it reminds you there's a person in there, that it's not just, some shark killing machine. It's an actual individual behind the
I do
mask.
think you need that as well, though. That kind of way where you can see that it's just a person and not just this demonic
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was another thing too. Like when we were so Jesse McDonald plays the doctor. He's also Ned in the movie, which is the drunken boyfriend at the party with the party thing on his head. Um,
Yeah.
so it's the same actor, but I can't remember why I went off talking about Jesse and I brain farted as to the whole purpose of even bringing that up. Yeah, I don't remember what it was gonna.
Anyway,
Yeah,
right.
I gave
I
Jesse
know.
a
I know.
shout out, so that's what's
I know we're
important.
pressed. I know we're pressed for time, so I'm gonna give you a question each, two questions each, and then
Okay.
I'm gonna keep you out of here. So you've got a couple more to do this evening, right? Um, give me your top five horror films.
Oh wow. PJ, you want to go first? You want me to?
I have kind of a stock of them.
Yeah.
If you want me to go first, or
I'm still thinking. All
okay,
right.
top five: The Monster Squad,
What a movie!
The Return of the Living Dead, From Dusk Till Dawn, My Bloody Valentine.
84 or the remake?
Yeah, the original.
Nice.
Um,
I don't think I've seen the remake.
I liked it, but the original is my go-to. Oh shit. This is tough. I'll go with another slasher movie and say The Prowler.
Ooh, that's a first mention. That's a first mention. You mentioned From Dusk Till Dawn. You see, it's a basic remake in Sinners. Got 16 Oscar nominations today.
Yeah, I did see that. I Sinners was okay, and
Oh no, I thought Sinners was fantastic.
yeah, I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed it. Um, I thought here's what I don't like. I don't like the comparison to From Dusk Till Dawn, which I get why people do that, but say like I talked to some people who are like, oh, it's the modern day From Dusk Till Dawn. I completely disagree
I know.
because this is why. While it's well acted, there the up until like the vampire stuff comes in, it's kind of a slog at times.
It's slow,
There
yeah.
is the movie could have been edited down quite a bit. There was a lot of stuff that I didn't particularly think had to be there that really was not all that important, and I thought it dragged the movie out. And then by the time you get to then when the vampire stuff comes into play, there's a couple elements as to how they're introduced which don't play out. So I'm like, what was the purpose of having the Native Americans, for
But
instance?
see, that one I thought was good because that's the old lore that they used to hunt the vampires, which was fine. That came from a couple other movies that I've seen, so I didn't mind that bit.
Yeah, I guess to me it wasn't clear. They just showed up and they're like, you
Yeah,
might want to get out of here, and then they're in the movie for like 15 seconds. They show up at that
yeah.
house. They're like, hey, watch your ass. See you later. And then they're gone. They never come back into the movie ever. They don't really necessarily explain anything. I guess you have to know the lore to know that what the purpose of it is. So I guess if you know the lore, it's cool. But if you don't, you're in the same boat I am. Where like, what the hell was that about? They introduced the
It's only because I've
vampires,
seen it in other films I kind of knew what it was.
right?
So I
But then
really enjoyed it.
the other thing too is while the attack scene at the end of the movie was good, it was in and out. It happened so fast that it was, because like From Dusk Till Dawn, you get, an hour and 10 minutes of character building, and then you get about 20 minutes of vampire horror action nonstop. Boom, 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 boom.
It's so
And
good.
then but then in this movie you get 2 hours of character building and about 5.5 minutes of vampire stuff, and
But
then it's over.
you also get Jack O'Connell doing Rocky Road to Dublin, which was unreal.
Well, it wasn't a bad movie, but I thought it was overhyped a little bit. I thought.
Fair, fair. I
I
went
think if I
the other
had
way.
gone into it a bit more blind, um, and I didn't have everybody and their grandmother going, "Have you seen Sinners yet? You got to see it. It's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Check out Sinners. It's the best movie I've ever seen." I think if I'd gone in, because I went into it, especially with From Dusk Till Dawn being one of my favorite movies, I went into it going, "Oh, it's gonna be fucking incredible." So that part of me, I kind of blame myself because I did go in with pretty high expectations and they weren't met. It's not a bad movie at all. Like it is a good movie, but I thought I definitely to me it's like Apocalypse Now. It's overhyped.
Ooh, bold one. Well, we'll shut you out there for the minute. Eric, throw me your top five before I boot you out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Phantasm.
Oh, the
Um,
tall man. Or
the original. Do
Phantasm
what?
2, isn't it? The tall man.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
boy. um, Phantasm, the original, The Fog.
Oh, John
Um,
Carpenter.
I'm a big, huge Carpenter fan. I'm just throwing these out there. These ones that popped in my head. They're ones that they're on. I'm watching again. Poltergeist, Halloween, and the original Halloween, and Return of the Night of the Living Dead.
Nice. Nearly all of them have been mentioned before, apart from Phantasm, by other guests. Right, now, it's a good list. It's a good list. Nice variety in there. You got a bit of zombies in there. You'll also like how I finish the show now in a few minutes. Right, last one then. Throw me your top 3 John Carpenter films each.
Oh, wow.
Or top 5, sorry, top 5 John Carpenter. Now, there's a caveat to this question. If you don't get the right answer in the 5, I'm deleting the episode that doesn't come out.
The top 5 Carpenter films, in my opinion?
No, you have to hit a certain answer in that top 5.
Do what?
You have to hit a certain movie of his in that top 5.
Okay. I'm going to go Escape from New York.
No, LA is better, but sure.
Huh?
Escape from LA is better.
No.
Said nobody ever.
I love Escape from LA.
I do like it. Bruce Campbell in that movie. I love his role in that movie. I think it was great.
Hey, real quick, did you say top 5 or top 3?
I did say 3, but it's top 5. I said 3.
Okay,
I don't know why I said 3. All right, so Escape from New York, Eric.
God, I gotta go Halloween. I gotta say The Fog. I mean, I just said those, but to me, Escape from New York.
2 choices left here, Eric.
Oh, what is the one? Oh, Ghost of Mars.
Oh, that's the first time that got mentioned.
Ghost of Mars. Is it in the mouth of Mars? In the Mouth of Madness? No.
Yeah.
Good shout as well.
I want to say one he just directed, didn't wrote, the Memoirs of the Invisible Man. The special effects are good. Why I like that film. But in the Mouth of Madness is, in the Mouth of Madness. I mean, the special effects in that movie are fucking phenomenal. It's not it's not the greatest film he's ever done, but I just like it because of special effects. But yeah, Mouth of Madness has to be. I'm just thinking of all the ones that he's done. Oh shit. Damn. His vampire movie. Oh, frick. That's. Oh.
Vampire.
Yeah, Vampires with John Bon Jovi.
No. That's not John Carpenter.
Yeah, John Carpenter's Vampires.
Yeah, the one with John Bon Jovi. And the priest.
Well, I think John Bon Jovi was in one of the sequels, wasn't he?
Yeah, in the sequels. What's the old actor's name that played the head vampire killer in that?
James Woods.
James Woods. That's the one I'm thinking about. Yes.
Sorry, not John Bon. Yeah, James Woods.
Yeah, James Woods. Yeah.
John Bon Woodson.
Yeah.
John Bon Jericho. All right, PJ, you've got 5 movies to save the episode because Eric didn't hit the right answer in those 5.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my favorite John. Wait, is it movies that he directed or ones also that he was a part of?
No, he directed.
Okay. My top favorite is Big Trouble in Little China.
Okay, the episode is saved. That's the right answer.
Yep.
That's my
favorite. Can't go wrong with Kurt Russell and John Carpenter together.
Nope. And then my other 2 were going to be Prince of Darkness and The Thing.
Oh, The Thing. The Thing is probably my top 3 John Carpenter movies. PJ, you know that. See, I'm just it's holding on video.
I was surprised you didn't say it.
I'm still flustered from my video not working, man.
he's still flustered from all that jerking off he's been doing since nobody could see him during this episode.
No. The pressure for tires, and he blew. Lads, I said earlier, I'd love to have you back on, maybe individually, and I'll do a show about kind of your own bits of work if you want, or I can have you back again when we're not under as much time constraint and we can go through some of your other projects. That's not New Year's Eve. If you'd be up for it.
Yeah.
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 I know we're under a bit more time constraint tonight, so but it's been a pleasure having you on, and I appreciate you sending me the movie to watch.
No, thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for
guys.
staying. Thank you for staying
ahead.
up so late. Thank you for staying up so late.
No
Yeah.
problem. No problem. If your other projects are anywhere that are available to watch over here, I wouldn't mind having a watch of them because I quite enjoyed New Year's Eve. So,
Well, all our other films are through Screen Team Releasing, and right now we already have a contract with him for them. They are in the process of getting out there. It just hasn't happened yet, so they probably will be out internationally before New Year's Eve will. And that's 13 Slays Till Christmas and our Volumes of Blood series.
nice. I'll keep an eye out for them. But keep me in the loop when they're dropping so that I can give them a watch.
Okay.
Because
Will do.
I'd be intrigued to see what you do. If you've done that with New Year's Eve, I'd be intrigued to see the rest. So, but fellas, I know you have another one to go to after this, so I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it the way I end every single Friday night. In the words of the great George A. Romero, ladies and gentlemen, stay scared.